Rebel candidates in local government elections will never get party nomination, warns Obaidul Kader. Name of Ziaur Rahman will remain inscribed as killer and traitor in pages of history, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Country's daily death toll from coronavirus drops below 10. 7 died in last 24 hours. Infection rate is 2.77%. 2 journalists awarded Nobel Peace Prize this year. Maria Ressa of Philippines and Dmitry Muratov of Russia got this prestigious recognition. And Brazil beat Venezuela by 3-1 in World Cup qualifiers. Argentina drew 0-0 with Paraguay. Assalamualaikum, this is Kimi Orin welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. You have just heard the highlights, now on to the details. The construction work of the Bangabandhu Railway Bridge, one of the mega projects, is progressing fast. The 4.8 kilometers dual gauge and double track bridge will be constructed, costing about 17,000 crore taka. The piling work of 8 piers out of 50 has been completed. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina-led government has taken the initiative to construct the separate rail bridge over the river Jamuna for smooth rail communication between the capital Dhaka and north and northwestern region of the country. At the moment, trains are moving on the Bangabandhu Bridge with a speed limit of 20 km per hour. The new rail bridge will help establish speedy rail communication. Now, a total of 38 trains can run on the Bangabandhu Bridge. Once the new rail bridge is constructed, as many as 68 trains, including cargo trains, will be able to run. In addition, the bridge will help establish railway connectivity with other countries. Authorities say the project has so far marked 33% work progress and the construction of the bridge will come to an end by the year 2024. A meeting of Bangladesh Awami League Parliamentary Nomination Board and Local Government Representatives Nomination Board was held at Ganobhavan in Dhaka this evening. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, also the chairperson of Awami League Parliamentary and Local Government Representative Nomination Board, presided over the meeting. Members of Awami League Parliamentary Nomination Board and Local Government Representatives Nomination Board were present at the meeting. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid leaves Dhaka for Germany early tomorrow for a medical checkup. A flight of Qatar Airways carrying the president will leave Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport at 4:25 a.m. President's press secretary Mohammad Joinal Abedin informed that the president is scheduled to have his checkup at Charity Hospital in Berlin. After medical checkup, President Mohammad Abdul Hamid is expected to return home on October 22nd through London. Father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's lifelong intention was to build a prosperous Bangladesh free of hunger, poverty and disparity. Following her father's footsteps, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is working to elevate the livelihood of the marginal people. Marking the Mujibur, she has ensured safe haven for the homeless and extending humanitarian assistance under the social safety network. Initiatives of the Prime Minister have dawned a new era in the lives of people living under the poverty line. Hamida Begum lost her husband 20 years back and has been wandering along with her son Zubair from Bagirhat to Khulna, from Khulna to Madripur, from Madripur to Gopalganj without getting a shelter in any of the places, spending days and nights under the open sky, battered by wintry chill, rain and hot summer. Now she has got a gift from the Prime Minister in the form of a house meant for the homeless. The government is providing security of food and shelter to the abject poor in every corner of the country. A similar picture can be viewed at Subarnachari, Noakhali, where one can find people beaten by the struggle for a living have found homes and ensured of a sustainable living through government initiatives. Father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman initiated the struggle for economic emancipation with a vow that no one in Bangladesh will go hungry, no one will spend nights under the open sky. This endeavor of Bangabandhu is being materialized by his worthy daughter, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and her government, making the poorest section of population visualizing a secure and prosperous life. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has warned that punitive action will be taken against those who have sent or will send party candidates' names by illegal means in the local government election. He came up with the warning while briefing journalists at his official residence in the capital this morning. Obaidul Qadir asserted that rebel candidates will not be given party nomination in the future from Awami League. In response to a criticism of BNP Secretary General, the Awami League General Secretary said Sheikh Hasina is always uncompromising when it comes to national interest.
মনোনয়নের ব্যাপারে দলীয় প্রধান অত্যন্ত কঠোর অবস্থান নিয়েছেন। এ পর্যন্ত যাদের মনোনয়ন দেওয়া হয়েছে কোনো বিদ্রোহী প্রার্থীকে মনোনয়ন দেওয়া হয়নি এবং ভবিষ্যতেও যারা বিদ্রোহ করবে তাদের ব্যাপারেও দলের অবস্থান অত্যন্ত কঠোর। বিদ্রোহ করলে দলের কোনো পদ পদবিতে তারা ভবিষ্যতে থাকতে পারবে না। আজকে কিছু কিছু জায়গা যারা অনিয়ম করে প্রার্থী তালিকা পাঠাচ্ছেন তাদের ব্যাপারে খোঁজ খবর নেওয়া হচ্ছে, তাদেরকেও শাস্তির আওতায় আনা হবে। বিদেশি কোনো দেশ বা সংস্থার সাথে যে কোনো চুক্তিতে দেশের স্বার্থকে প্রাধান্য দেয় শেখ হাসিনা। জাতীয় স্বার্থের প্রশ্নে শেখ হাসিনা সবসময় আপোষহীন। যদি তিনি জাতীয় স্বার্থ বিসর্জন দিয়ে গ্যাস বিক্রির প্রস্তাব সমর্থন করতেন তাহলে 2001 সালেও তিনি ক্ষমতা আসতে পারতেন।
Information and Broadcasting Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said Ziaur Rahman will be identified in the history as a killer and a traitor. He said this at a drawing competition at Sheikh Russell Roller Skating Complex in the capital, organized by Sheikh Russell Jatiyo Shishu Kishor Porishad today.
আমি দৃঢ়ভাবে বিশ্বাস করি এবং এটি জনগণের দাবি যে আজকে একটি কমিশন গঠন করে জিয়াউর রহমানের এই অপকর্মগুলো বঙ্গবন্ধুর হত্যাকাণ্ডের সাথে জিয়াউর রহমান সহ যারা যুক্ত ছিল তাদের মুখোশ উন্মোচন করা, সঠিক ইতিহাস জানানো সহ। এবং আমি গত কদিন আগে যে সমস্ত সেনা অফিসার জওয়ানদের পরিবারের সদস্যরা দাবি দিয়েছে একটি কমিশন গঠন করে যেভাবে বিনা বিচারে এবং সামারি কোর্টের মাধ্যমে হাজার হাজার সেনাবাহিনীর অফিসার এবং জওয়ানদেরকে হত্যা করা হয়েছিল জিয়াউর রহমানের ক্ষমতাকে নিষ্কণ্টক করার জন্য, সেটির জন্য একটি কমিশন গঠন করা দরকার। জিয়াউর রহমানের মুখোশ উন্মোচিত হওয়া দরকার, কারণ এই নিরপরাধ ব্যক্তিদেরকে কেন জিয়াউর রহমান হত্যা করেছিল ইতিহাস জাতির জানার অধিকার রয়েছে। জিয়াউর রহমান বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাসে একজন বিশ্বাসঘাতক খুনি হিসেবে চিহ্নিত থাকবে এবং জিয়াউর রহমানের এই অপকর্ম যখন আজকে ধীরে ধীরে বেরোচ্ছে, একসময় জিয়াউর রহমানের দল যারা করে মির্জা ফখরুল, রিজভী, গয়েশ্বর বাবু আরো যারা আছে এরা লজ্জা পাবে। একজন খুনি, একজন বিশ্বাসঘাতকের দল তারা করছে।
Secretary General of Sheikh Russell Jatiyo Shishu Kishor Porishad K.M. Shohidullah presided over the program. Advisor of the organization Taruftar Mohammad Ruhul Amin, Organizing Secretary Fariduddin Ahmed Roton and Mohammad Alauddin Shaju also spoke. The number of dengue patients are increasing day by day in the country. 150 dengue patients have been admitted to different hospitals across the country, especially in the capital city, during the last 24 hours. Health Directorate says over 19,000 dengue patients have been admitted to hospital across the country from 1st January to 5th October. Out of them, 73 patients died so far. Experts say it's necessary to check spreading of Aedes mosquito for controlling the dengue situation in the country. They said Aedes mosquito are born in stagnant clean water, so everyone has to be aware and clean yard and surroundings of their house so that water cannot get logged anywhere. They also advise to clean rooftop and corridor gardens so that water cannot be stagnant in tubs and nearby. Meanwhile, Dhaka North and South City corporations are conducting special drives to check spreading of Aedes mosquito with a view to taking the dengue situation under control. Now international news. Journalists Marian Ressa and Dmitry Muratov have won the Nobel Peace Prize for their courageous fight to defend freedom of expression in the Philippines and Russia. The committee called the pair representatives of all journalists who stand up for this ideal. The winners of the prestigious prize, worth $1.1 million, were announced at the Norwegian Nobel Institute in Oslo. They were chosen out of 329 candidates. Ms. Ressa, who co-founded the news site Rappler, was commended for using freedom of expression to expose abuse of power, use of violence, and growing authoritarianism in her native country, the Philippines. The committee said Mr. Muratov, who co-founded the independent newspaper Novaja Gazeta and had been its editor-in-chief for 24 years, had for decades defended freedom of speech in Russia under increasingly challenging conditions. A suicide bomb attack on a mosque in the Afghan city of Kunduz has killed at least 50 people in the deadliest assault since U.S. forces left. Bodies were seen scattered inside the Saidabad mosque used by the minority Shia Muslim community. More than 100 people were injured in the blast in the northern city. No group has said it was behind the attack, but Sunni Muslim extremists, including a local terrorist Islamic State group, have targeted the Shia community. They consider Shia Muslims to be heretics. ISK, the Afghan regional affiliate of the Islamic State group, has carried out several bombings recently, largely in the east of the country. The U.S. is deeply concerned about actions that undermine peace across the Taiwan Strait, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has said. His comments come after China sent a record number of military jets into Taiwan's air defense zone for 4 days in a row in a public show of force. Taiwan considers itself a sovereign state, but China views the island as a breakaway province. Beijing has not ruled out the possible use of force to achieve unification. Back to national news. Bangladesh reported 7 COVID-19 deaths and 645 new infections today. Director General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has risen to 27,654 from coronavirus, and the tally of infections has risen to 15,61,463. The recovery count rose to 15,22,591 after another 814 patients recovered. The statement said 2.77% of 23,302 samples tested positive. DGHS statistics showed of the people infected from the beginning of 2000, and over 23 crore 77 lakh 4,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 21 crore 47 lakh 73,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Now news on sports. Brazil beat Venezuela by 3-1 in FIFA World Cup qualifying match of Latin America region this morning. Venezuela took lead at the 11th minute of the match. Eric Ramirez scored in their home ground. They kept the lead till first half. The Brazilians strengthened their attack in the second half. Marquinhos of Brazil leveled the margin at the 71st minute of the match. Gabriel Barbosa took lead for Brazil at the 85th minute of the match, scoring from penalty. Anthony Matthews scored the third goal for Brazil at the last minute of additional time of the match. With this victory, Brazil strengthened their top position at the table with 27 points from 9 matches. In the other match, Lionel Messi's Brazil made goalless draw with Paraguay. Argentina made a number of attacks but failed to score. Despite the point loss, Argentina is still at the second position of the table with 19 points from 9 matches. Before we end the bulletin, headlines once again. Construction work of Bangabandhu Railway Bridge over Jamuna River going on. Project will cost a total of 17,000 crore taka. Rebel candidates in local government elections will never get party nomination, warns Obaidul Qadir. Name of Ziaur Rahman will remain inscribed as killer and traitor in pages of history, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Country's daily death toll from coronavirus drops below 10. 7 died in last 24 hours. Infection rate 2.77%. 2 journalists awarded Nobel Peace Prize this year. Maria Ressa of Philippines and Dmitry Muratov of Russia got this prestigious recognition. And Brazil beat Venezuela 3-1 in World Cup qualifiers. Argentina drew 0-0 with Paraguay. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we request you to follow health guidelines. Wear masks and stay safe from corona. Khuda Hafiz.